Imagine this. You pay your bills on time. You keep your credit card balances low. Your credit score? An impressive 750. You walk into the bank full of confidence. You apply for a new credit card or maybe a loan. But then, your application gets denied. The letter says, "Not approved." You stare at the page, confused. After all, you did everything right, didn't you? For many people, this happens more often than you'd expect. They follow the advice. They hit that magic 750 or even higher. Still, the bank says no. It feels unfair. If a high credit score isn't enough, what else do banks want? Where did things go wrong? Let's dig deeper. There is more to the story than just a number. Banks are searching for something you might not expect. They want to see how you handle your money, not just your score. The truth is, banks look past your credit score. They peek behind the curtain. They want proof that you are not just good, but reliable. The difference? Consistency. You've probably heard this before. Keep your credit utilization under 30%. That's solid advice. It means you shouldn't use more than 30% of your credit limit on any card at any time. People also say, pay on time, every time. These tips can help build your score, but that's just the start. The problem is, these tips only paint part of the picture. Credit scores like FICO and Vantage Score look at your payment history, amounts owed, length of credit, and a few other things. But they don't see everything banks see. They show a snapshot, not the whole movie. Some people get obsessed with their score. They pay down bills right before the statement closes. They move balances around. They chase after the best number. But banks can see through this. If you're only playing the score game, you might miss what banks are really searching for. That's why many are shocked when their 750 isn't enough. The score says qualified. The bank says, we need more. This gap is where many fall. Banks aren't just looking at your score, they want to see your financial habits over time. Are you steady month after month, or does your spending jump around? Big swings make banks nervous. They want predictable, steady behavior. Consistency matters more than just a high score. Steady hands get approved. Let's look at two people with the same 750 credit score and low utilization. But their spending habits are very different. Person A uses $300 monthly and pays it off every time. Person B spends nothing for months, then suddenly charges $800. Banks see person A as consistent, person B as unpredictable. Steady habits, not just a high score, build real financial reputation. So, what can you do? The answer is simple. Build habits, not just numbers. Make your payments on time, every time. Don't just pay the minimum. Pay as much as you can afford and do it regularly. Try to keep your spending steady, month after month. Avoid big swings and sudden jumps. Set up automatic payments if you can. Mark your payment dates on a calendar. Treat your credit card like a monthly bill, not a source of quick cash. If you don't need to use all your credit, don't. Show the bank you can handle whatever limit they give you, calmly and responsibly. If you need to make a big purchase, plan for it. Pay it down steadily, not all at once before the bill arrives. Avoid cash advances, late payments, or sudden changes in your habits. These are all things banks watch closely. Remember, banks aren't just lending money, they're looking for signs of trust. Every month you show steady, responsible behavior, you build that trust. Over time, this means more approvals, better rates, and more financial freedom. Section 6. FICO Score versus Bank Risk Models. A snapshot or a story. Think of your FICO score like a photograph. It catches you in one moment, smiling, dressed up, looking your best. It's a nice picture, but it doesn't tell your whole story. Bank risk models, on the other hand, are like a film. They show every moment, every up and down. They reveal who you are over time, not just in one good snapshot. When you apply for credit, the bank doesn't just look at your FICO score, they rewind the tape. They look for patterns that say safe, reliable, and trustworthy. A single high score can't hide months of wild spending or late payments. Many people are surprised by this. They think the score is all that matters, but the bank's models can see right through one good month. They want to know, will you be just as steady a year from now? Your score opens the door, but your habits decide if you get to walk through. Banks prefer a boring story, one where nothing unexpected happens. That's the kind of story that gets you approved. Section 7. The takeaway. Not the score. The behavior. Let's make it clear. Not the score. The behavior. That's what matters most to banks. A high number is good, but it is not the signal. Consistency is the signal. If you want to win with banks, focus on what you do every month, not just your best month. Don't chase the highest number. Chase the best habits. Pay on time. Spend predictably. Avoid surprises. If you do this, your score will take care of itself. More importantly, banks will see you as trustworthy. Remember, banks have seen every trick in the book. They know how to spot a pattern that's too good to be true. But real, steady behavior is hard to fake. Over time, it shines through. So next time you apply for credit, don't worry about the score alone. Ask yourself, have I been consistent? Have I been steady? That's the real key banks are looking for. Section 8. What banks don't tell you. More risk signals ahead. Now you know one big secret. Banks care more about your consistency than your score. But this is only the beginning. Banks track dozens of risk behaviors that most people never think about. They watch for unusual deposits. They notice if you suddenly open or close multiple accounts. They even look at how often you shop for credit. There are signals in every part of your financial life. Some are obvious, some are hidden. Banks have whole teams looking for these clues. The more you know, the better you can manage your money and your future. In the next piece, we'll uncover more of these hidden signals. You'll learn how to spot them and how to show banks you're low risk at every step. Stay tuned. The world of bank risk models is deeper than you think. For now, remember, consistency is your best friend. Your habits are your resume. Keep them strong, and you'll be ready for anything the banks throw your way. Section 9. Disclaimer. This essay is meant for general education only. It does not give personal financial, legal, or credit advice. Everyone's situation is different. For financial questions or decisions, always talk to a qualified professional. The ideas shared here are for information only and should not replace expert guidance. Being smart with your credit is a journey. Learn, ask questions, and build good habits. The more you know, the better choices you'll make.